ॐ दक्षिणस्य समारम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमा अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता स्मर्या गुरुपरम्परा श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। परिज्ञानाश्रम श्रीगुरुशङ्कर परिज्ञानाश्रम शङ्कर सद्गुरु केशववामन कृष्ण पाण्डुरङ्ग आनन्द परिज्ञान गुरु सद्यो जात शङ्कर सद्गुरु गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्. So we are in the 7th verse of the Vishnusahasranama Stotra. And we are finding that many words, many names are repeating. And the names that are repeating, the name may be the same, but the meaning may be different in each context. Or the names may be different, but the meaning may be the same. For example, right now in this particular, 7th verse that we have taken, we'll find that there are some words in the 7th and 8th verse that are different words, different namas, but the meaning of them almost happens to be associated with Bhagwan Vishnu as the Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, Karaka, as the Jagat Karanam Brahma, Jagat Karanam Ishvara, as the one who creates, the one who sustains, and the one who resolves the entire universe into itself or himself. And that is how Lord Vishnu is explained. And there are certain names which are going to talk about the physical features of Lord Vishnu also. And the verse which we took up, which we have kept half, and we have done about 3 words, I think, in the verse. We'll just recite that verse again, that shloka again, and then come to the nama which we had, where we had stopped. So the 7th verse says, अग्राह्य शाश्वतः कृष्णः लोहिताक्षः प्रतर्धनः प्रभूतिस्त्रिकुकुब्धाम पवित्रं मङ्गलं परम्. So we finished Shashvatah Krishna till Krishna we finished. So we were about to do this verse Lohitaksha. Lohitaksha is actually the 58th Nama. And what is the meaning of Lohitaksha? The one who has got red eyes. Now we may wonder, why is this that Lord Vishnu is described as the one who has red eyes? We must know that in our scriptures, it is said that the Lord Vishnu has Chandra and Surya as his eyes. Chandra Surya Netre Yasya. They're all, the Ishvara is described as both the eyes represent Chandra and Surya. If we take Shiva also, it is the same thing. The 2 eyes of Lord Shiva are considered to be Chandra and Surya. What it means that is that light in the daytime, the light of Surya, because of which we are all able to see all the objects of the world, transact with the world. That light in the eye is nothing but that light which is present in the sun during daytime. The same light in the night gets reflected in the moon, which also can be a source of light for us to perceive the universe. Therefore, these luminaries, they are the Chandra and Surya, who are the luminaries in our solar system, are considered to be the eyes of Lord Vishnu. And why Lohitaksha? Why is it that they are considered as red in color? When you usually you find that the rising sun is red in color, and the rising moon also looks dark in color, sometimes reddish in color. So Lohitaksha means the one who has the eyes which are represented by the rising sun and the moon, which are the sources of light for our eyes for the vision. Therefore, here Lohitaksha can be taken as a nama for Upasana also. I can concentrate upon, I can take the alambanam of the eye of Lord Vishnu as Lohitaksha, and for it is for the sake of Upasana. Upasana for a person who wants to connect to some part of the body or other of Lord Vishnu for his connecting with the total, connecting with Vishwarupa. I said Vishnusahasranama or any Sahasranama for that matter. Every nama in the Sahasranama helps me, an Upasaka, to connect with the entire universe. The entire universe as a manifestation of the Lord. Like we saw, the eyes of Lord Vishnu are the sun and moon, a part of the universe. Like that, we saw in the Vishwarupa Darshana, Lord Krishna's entire body occupied all the dishas it occupied. And it is said that for this Lord Vishnu, all the quarters, all the sides, all the directions are the ones which are the ears of Lord. So it is in that way it has been, described. And in Tattva Bodha also we find that these Samashti Devatas who are responsible, who are shown as the very parts or indriyas of Samashti or Ishvara, are the same Adhidevatas which are behind the sense organs of every body mind sense complex also. So this is Lohitaksha. Then the next word, 59th word comes Pratardhanaha. Pratardhanaha. Pratardhanaha means at the time of Pralaya. Pralaye Bhutani Pradardayati iti Pratardhanaha. That is what? Pratardayati iti Pratardhanaha. When? At the time of Pralaya. Pralaye. At the time of Pralaya. The one who literally resolves or absorbs, though it is said the one who destroys, Bhutani Pratardayati means, it is a figure of speech when you say it is destruction, but it's not really destruction. Lord as Rudra does not destroy the universe. When the time for this whole manifest world has come to go back into the potential form, at that time, the very Lord Vishnu, who was the very creator and the sustainer, in the form of Lord Rudra, resolves the whole universe back into itself, that is into himself. So that's why he's called as has called as Pratardana. So at the time of Pralaya, the one receptacle, that Nidhi, we saw Nidhi, we saw that earlier also. That particular great receptacle in which the entire universe resolves and remains in the unmanifest form till the time has come again for the universe to manifest itself. Then the next word, the 60th nama is Prabhutaha. Prabhutaha. Prabhutaha means what? The one who is a repository of all special exalted qualities. Gunas Kalyana Guna Sagaraha. Atyanta Kalyana Guna. The one who has got all the Kalyana Gunas. The one who is endowed with all the special vibhutis, with the special gunas, what we call as the special qualities. And what kind of qualities are there? That is why we called Ishvara as Bhagavan, Bhagavan Vishnu, Bhagavan Shiva. What is the meaning of this Bhagavan? The one who is endowed with the six bhagas, Jnana Aishwaryadi Gunaihi Sampannaha. That's what he said, Prabhutaha. Bhagavan Shankaracharya explains. What is Prabhutaha? Jnana Aishwaryadi Gunaihi Sampannaha. This Lord Vishnu, his jnana, aishwaryadi gunaihi. We saw Bhagavan. What is six bhagas? Samagra jnanam, samagra aishwaryam, samagra viryam, samagra yashas, samagra vairagyam, samagra Shri. So all these six bhagas, the one who has is called as Bhagavan. So all these are what Prabhutaha, the one who is endowed with all these qualities. How does it help me? It helps me in realizing that whatever qualities I have, whether it is the jnanam, whether it's a little bit of aishwaryam that I have with respect to a few things in this life, a little bit of viryam or shauryam or balam that I have, a little bit of Shri or resources or money that I have are nothing but a small atom or a small reflection. Amsha is one amsha of one small little bit of the total Aishwaryam, Viryam of Lord. Jnana Aishwarya. So the one who is all knowledge is Ishvara. And what is my knowledge? One small reflection of this knowledge in this intellect. That total knowledge, one small aspect, however much this intellect can reflect that, that is what I have. So I will not have the ahankara anymore that, oh, I have so much of knowledge. When I look at Ishvara as a Kalyana Guna Sampanna or Bhagavan or Jnana Aishwaryadi Gunaihi Sampanna Bhagavan Ishvara, then all my, pride about myself, all manitvam about myself just dissolves away. It's one of the ways to connect to the total and see that I'm a mere reflection. This ahankara is unnecessarily making a big issue of itself. And one of the ways to dilute this ahankara is to see that ultimately all this is belonging to the total. I am only a small reflecting medium in which all the qualities that are in me, maybe a little more in me, a little more in somebody else, but all these are nothing but those Kalyana Gunas, Prabhutaha. He's the one who's endowed with great qualities. Then the 61st verse, 61st Nama is Trikakubdhamaha. Trikakubdhamaha means the one who has his abode, or the one who has an overlordship, an Aishwaryam over three spheres or three dhamas, three kakub. Kakub means actually direction. Kakub means direction. The three directions over which Lord Vishnu has overlordship. And what are those three directions? The upper lokas, the higher lokas like the Swarga Loka, the middle lokas like the Bhuloka where we are all. Then there are these Adholokas where the Sthavaradi and other lower forms of the jivas are there, which are called as the lower yonis or the lower worlds. So Trikakub Dhamaha means the one who has his abode, or the one who lives in all the three directions, that is the higher worlds also, is nothing but pervaded by Lord Vishnu. This our sphere of the world, which is called as the middle one also, and the lower world also. That is why we see that in Vamana Avatara, Lord Vishnu just took three steps, two steps and then three. So it is, he's having his abode in all the three dhamas, or in the three abodes where he has got his pervasion. It means that Lord is pervading in all directions. Vishnu as Brahman, Ishvara is all pervasive. Trikakub Dhama. Then comes the 62nd Namaha, which is called as Pavitram, the one who purifies, The one which is the purest. Both ways you can take pavitram. The one because of whom everything gets purified. The one who is so pure that in the presence of this pure Ishvara, Shuddha, Nitya Shuddha Ishvara. We say Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Atma. This Shuddha Ishvara, absolutely Pavitra, Yena Punati, because of which everything gets purified, or the one who is pure itself, absolutely pure, no kind of a lepa of any kind of karma, asanga, that is pavitra. Shuddha means what? The one which is not tainted by anything. Lord is not tainted by anything. Lord has come as an avatara here, as a Rama avatara or a Krishna avatara or whichever Narsimha avatara. Bhagwan Vishnu has come as an avatara not because of any afflictions of karma or karma phala, because the Lord wants to appear when there is a dilution of dharma to set the balance between dharma and adharma. And therefore, pavitram means yena punati, yova punati. The one who purifies, or the one who is by himself or by itself, purity itself. Therefore, that means the most pure one. Ishvara is the purest. That's why it's called Ananta Kalyana Guna Sagara. So does it mean that, what about all the, negatives or the Ashuddha things in me? They are a result of my ahankara. That's all. Bhagwan does not have an ahankara of that type which sullies him. Bhagavan's is everything is total. In total, Bhagwan is endowed with all the total vibhutis. Therefore, there is no need of any ahankara for the Lord. But we, because of our small ahankara, having the aham and mama, ahankara, mamakara, we make everything impure. So all the impurities that are there are the contribution of the jiva's ahankara. Whereas actually Ishvara is nothing but the total. So there's no question of ahankara, mamakara, no question of getting tainted or sullied by anything. Secondly, the one which purifies the most is this knowledge, Atmajnana. And what is Ishvara? Jnana Swarupa Ishvara. So, as Jnanam, as Atmajnanam, as the very knowledge itself, Ishvara is that which purifies. The purest, the one which Jnanagni, the Jnanagni, which, what happens? It literally completely purifies all my Sanchita karmas. It just burns away all my Sanchita karmas. And what is Ishvara? Nothing but knowledge. In the form of knowledge, in the form of Atmajnanam, all my Sanchita karmas are burnt, and I see myself as the Atma Swarupa. And Lord Vishnu is that Jnana Swarupi Vishnu. Then the 63rd Nama is Mangalam Param. Mangalam Param. Mangalam means what? Auspicious. Mangalam Param, the most auspicious. Because we are all, as I said, we are all tainted by something or the other. We are all tainted because of our own ahankara, mamakara, by our karma, by our kartritvam, our bhoktritvam, karma phalas. What did Lord Krishna say in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita? He said, I create this entire universe, keeping Maya under my control. Even then, I do so much of karma in the form of creating the universes, sustaining the universe, resolving the universe, but I am not afflicted by any phala of that karma. I am not afflicted by any of that. I am not bound by any of them. So he says that so the most auspicious, and the one who gives me the most auspicious in the form of prayer, whatever I ask for, whether it is Shreyas or whether it is prayers, whether it is Bhukti or whether it is Mukti, Bhukti Pradayaka, Mukti Pradayaka, whatever is auspicious for me, I will get it. So the one who is the ultimate and the most auspicious. Therefore, Bhagwan Shankaracharya says, Ashubhani nirachashte shubha santatim tanoti. This is Bhagwan Shankaracharya's bhashya. I'm reading only one or two lines out of the whole, a set of 3-4 lines, just so that you know the beauty of what is written. What is the meaning of auspicious? That is, Ashubhani nirachashte. That means the one who removes all the Ashubhas. Lord, when I do the upasana of the Lord with the karma yoga bhava, upasana yoga buddhi, my ragatveshas are diluted. All the ashubhas in me get diluted. Shubha santatim tanoti. All the good qualities, including knowledge, I become a receptacle of these. So all the ashubhas go away from me, and shubha santatim tanoti. All the shubha things start. Shubha means good, auspicious things start happening to me. And there is only one thing which can remove all my ashubhas, ashubhani nirajiste, shubha santatim tanoti, the one who can bring about the shubha santati, or the one who can bring about all the good things in the form of, good values that I inculcate. Preparedness for this jnanam, my buddhi becoming ready for this jnanam, understanding what is being said, taking me to the appropriate guru. All these are nothing but the blessings of Lord Vishnu, Ishvara's blessings. And so he says, he's the one, Paramam Mangalam. Paramam Mangalam, the most auspicious. Then the 64th Nama is Ishanaha. Okay. Then we have to go to the 8th verse. With this, the 7th verse is over. With this, Mangalam Param, the 7th verse is over. Now we go to the 8th verse, again, which has about 9 to 10 names. Now let us read the 8th verse. Ishanah Pranadah Pranaha Jeshta Shreshta Prajapatihi Hiranyagarbho Bhugarbho Madhavo Madhusudhanaha. So these are the namas that are there in this verse. So let's go to the first name here, which is the 64th name, Ishanaha. Ishanaha means what? The one who has the overlordship or Aishwaryam, Ishatvam over everything. That means he is the ultimate ruler. Samagra Aishwaryam we saw in the 6 bhagas, we saw Samagra Aishwaryam. So what is the Samagra Aishwaryam? The one who has the overlordship over everything. All the lokas, all the 14 lokas. If you say these 3 Kakuk Dhama, which we saw in the previous verse, all the directions, all the lokas, the entire universe is ruled by whose laws? That knowledge which rules over the entire manifest and unmanifest universe. Therefore, Lord Vishnu is called as Ishanaha. Sarvabhuta Niyanta. Sarvabhuta Niyanta. The one who does the one who works through every jiva with the various laws of the universe. Cosmic laws may be there, magnetic laws may be there, physical laws are there, chemical laws are there, anatomical laws are there, psychological laws are there. So many laws are there. So Sarva Bhuta Niyanta. Sarva Bhuta Niyantratvat Ishanaha. That's why Lord Krishna says, I am the Antaryami in the hearts of all people. And I make all the jivas function. Brahmayan, I am going to make them function as a machine, as one. We are going to, the way the jivas function, the way the physiological, anatomical laws of every jiva function. I, as the Antaryami in every jiva, am the Niyanta, the very controller of all the laws applying to all the jivas. Therefore, Sarva Bhuta Niyantritvat. So, if Lord Vishnu as Ishvara is the creator of the universe, the sustainer of the universe. Then, as the sustainer of the universe, Lord Vishnu is also a Niyanta. Whatever is necessary to, control the universe, whatever is necessary to control this very, very, clock like precision of this Jagat functioning. You see, this Jagat, this universe is not a random thing, it is very intelligently put together. This whole universe is intelligently put together. Millions of things, millions of laws. You see sun rising, setting, moon rising, setting, all the planets moving in their orbits, the Ritus coming in their particular times. Whatever it is, the cosmic laws, in that there are so many other laws. So, what are all these laws? These are the very jnanam of Ishvara. These laws are nothing but very knowledge of Ishvara. And this very knowledge, Samagra Jnanam of Ishvara, is the one which is causing the Niyantranam of this entire universe. The running of the entire universe, the way the universe has to be managed, it is nothing but Ishvara. Therefore, Sarva Bhuta Niyanta. Not only the living beings, the non-living objects, everything, Kala Rupeda, Sat Rupena, Chit Rupeda, everywhere, as the time, space, whatever it is, that Niyantranam that has to be there in the entire universe for a proper running of the universe. Therefore, this Lord Vishnu is called as the Ishanaha because he is the Sarvabhuta Niyanta. Then the 65th names comes Pranadaha. So we saw Ishanaha, Pranadaha, the one who gives sustenance to all the jivas, the giver of prana, the giver of prana. What is the meaning of giver of prana? Sustenance. The one who sustains all the beings in their lifetimes, the one who sustains the running of the body. For example, do we know what is happening in our body? I am talking, you are listening. Simultaneously, the breathing is going on. All the activities in the body are going on. The physiological, the anatomical laws are automatically going on here. It is why, because Lord is Pranadaha, the one who is providing us with the sustenance in the form of food, in the form of everything. Lord Krishna said in the 15th chapter, isn't it? And like I am the soma in the plants because of which the food is formed. I am the Aditya because of which the whole universe is sustained. I am the Vaishvanara Agni in you because of which you are able to digest that food which is made there. So what is that? That means what? I am the very sustainer. I am the very pranadaha. So there is another meaning also that is given here. That is pranadaha also is explained by Bhagwan Shankaracharya is the one who takes away the prana at the time of the, when the time the body, is ready to be discarded or cast away. It is Ishvara who really takes away the prana also. So pranadaha, we can take it as the one, the who is the giver of the prana and the sustainer of prana in every being. Then the next nama again says pranaha. Again he says pranaha. Okay. What is this? Pranadaha means what? The one who provides sustenance to the jiva. What is pranaha? Pranaha here, Bhagwan Shankaracharya explains is as praniti iti pranaha kshetrajna paramatmava. So here he says that the individual self is also called as prana and Ishvara the total. So that which sustains the individual self, that which sustains the total. The Vyashti, Samashti, both are sustained by whom? The individual Vyashti Jiva, the sustenance of this, the Samashti Prapancha, which is also sustained. And that is what? The very prana, the very sustenance in the Vyashti and Samashti is nothing but Bhagwan Vishnu, Ishvara in the form of Bhagavan Vishnu. Then comes the 67th name, Jeshtaha. Jeshtaha. Jeshtaha means the eldest, or the one, there is nobody before him. Before him. So we can say that Ishvara is unborn. Unborn means najayate mriyate va kadachit. See, every time, whenever we study the meaning of any name in any Sahasranama, the Lakshartha always points to Brahman or Atma. The Vachyartha of the word maybe Jeshta means what? The firstborn or the eldest, eldest in the family. What is the meaning of eldest here? There is no comparison here for Ishvara. The eldest means here the one who is the very cause of everything. Like Jagat Karan, this is Jeshta is another, we saw Jagat Karanam. So many names we saw which are indicating Jagat Karanatvam of Lord Vishnu. So here Jeshta means Vriddhatamaha Jeshtaha. Vriddhatamaha, the one who is the oldest. Who is the oldest? The one who is responsible for the next chain of things to happen. So Sarva Karanatvad Jeshtaha. Ishvara being the Sarva Karana, being the very cause of everything. Sadeva Saumya Idamagre Asit Ekamevadvitiyam, says Chandogya Upanishad. That means there was only this whole universe was there earlier in the form of the very Sat, in the form of that very Brahman. Therefore, this Brahman or this Ishvara, Vishnu here, Ishvara, we are seeing as Vishnu with a particular form, Vishnu as Ishvara, Sarva Karanatvat. Because from that Vishnu, from that Ishvara, came the Panchabhutas, Panchamahabhutas. From the Panchamahabhutas came the Sukshma Prapancha. Then came the Sthula Prapancha. The Jivas came, the Upadhis came. Simultaneously, the Vyashti and Samashti Prapancha, Samashti, Vyashti, Sukshma Sthula Prapanchas were created. So, Sarva Karanatva as the Jagat Karanam. Bhutaha, we saw so many Bhutadihi, we saw earlier names also. So here also Jeshtaha means Sarva Karanatvad, the one who is the cause, the beginning of everything. Therefore, Lord Vishnu here is called as Jeshtaha. Then the next name, 68, Shreshtaha. Shreshtaha, again this word, this name is same as Prabhutaha, which we saw in the just a few minutes ago. That means what? Shreshtaha. The one who is most exalted. The one who is praised by everybody. Who is praised by anybody and everybody? The one who has got some kind of a Kalyana Guna, isn't it? So, what is Lord? Sreshtatamahi Sreshtaha. The most praiseworthy thing, if there is anything, it is Ishvara. All the praise that we get as individuals for various things that we do is nothing. For running, creating a wonderful universe like this with its dharma and adharma, giving the proper results as a karma phala data for all the karmas of all the jivas, and doing everything in the most impeccable manner. Isn't Ishvara the most praiseworthy? All the praise that I am expecting for myself from others is nothing. Ishvara is the most praiseworthy. Therefore, he is called as Shreshtaha. That is, he is, the one who is Sarva Atishayatvad Shreshtaha. Sarva Atishaya. Sarva Atishaya means what? Excels in everything. Lord Vishnu who excels in everything. Ananta Kalyana Guna Sagara. So the only Sreshta, the only thing that is praiseworthy in this whole universe is the very maker of this universe, the very intelligence behind this universe. And Bhagwan Vishnu as the Nimitta Upadana Karanam of this entire universe is Shreshtaha or Shreshtatamaha, the one who is the most exalted. Then we have the next word, that is the next name, the 69th name, Prajapatihi. Prajapatihi. That means what? The Lord of all beings. Praja here means beings, the Lord of all jivas, all living beings. The Lord of all living beings is nothing but Prajapatihi. So the one who is the very beginning or the progenitor of all the living beings, and therefore the Lord is called as Prajapatihi. From where to where? From Hiranyagarbha, that is from Chaturmukha Brahma onwards, to the smallest jiva. From Chaturmukha Brahma onwards to the smallest jiva, Stamba Paryantam, or even like you can call it a blade of grass or Stamba Paryantam, or even the most Nikrishta jiva, from the most exalted to the lowliest forms of the jiva. The Lord is the one who is the Pati of all these. So he's called as Lord of all beings, therefore Prajapati. Then 70th Nama says Hiranyagarbha. We have heard that Samashti Sukshma Prapancha. Samashti Sukshma Prapancha is Hiranyagarbha. And it is said that Hiranyagarbha appeared first from the Karana Prapancha. And Hiranyagarbha it is called because this Samashti Sukshma Prapancha is full of knowledge. It is full of knowledge. And that is why Hiranya means shining. Garbha means the one who is shining inside. It is said that Hiranya Garbha means it's like an egg-shaped, shining egg-shaped thing, the Sukshma Prapancha. Shining here means knowledge. The Sukshma Prapancha, the entire Sukshma Prapancha has all the knowledge which is necessary for the manifestation of the Sthula Prapancha and the Sthula Jiva. And therefore, Bhagwan Vishnu, who manifests himself as the very Prathama Jataha, Prathamajaha also is called as Hiranyagarbha, is also called as the firstborn. Firstborn means what? The one who appeared with all knowledge in the form of Samashti Sukshma Prapancha, and therefore he is called as Hiranyagarbha, the very source of all knowledge. So, since Ishvara, since Vishnu is the source of all knowledge, and is all knowledge, Samagra Jnanam, Ishvara or Lord Vishnu is called as Hiranyagarbha. Then the 71st Nama says Bhugarbha. Bhugarbha, the one who has this whole universe in himself, within himself. Garbha means within. Like a mother has a growing the whole, another total jiva, a total vyashti jiva developing within her, intelligently developing, not haphazardly. Like that, Ishvara or Lord Vishnu is Bhugarbha, the one who has this earth. Bhu means earth. And what is it the Upalakshana for? The entire universe. The entire manifest universe, which is as though carried in his Garbha. That is why he's called as Bhugarbha. Then the 72nd name says Madhavaha. Madhavaha. Madhavaha means Ma means what? Ma indicates Maya or Lakshmi. Ma. Madhavaha means is the Lord of all resources, the Lord of Lakshmi, Lord of Maya. That's why Lord Krishna says, I am, in my, Maya Adhyakshena. Okay? I holding the Maya controlling it in me, by me, I appear as this entire universe. Swamayaya. Swamayaya, in my adhyaksha, in my, in my presence, Prakriti suyate. Prakriti or Maya, projects this whole world. Under my, I'm the presiding, I'm the like I literally am presiding over the entire process of the creation. And Swamayaya, I myself appear as this entire universe. So Bhugarbha is, we saw that, but Madhavaha means what? Ma, who is nothing but this Lakshmi. Lakshmi is nothing but a Shakti of Vishnu, resources. If Vishnu is the Sthiti Karaka, as Sthiti Karaka, to maintain something, Lord Vishnu needs what? Resources. Resources may be in the form of anything, money, all whatever resources we need to maintain something. That is Lakshmi. Lakshmi is resources. The resources which help in nourishing, maintaining the sthiti of the universe. And who is Vishnu, Lord Vishnu? He is Madhavaha, the one who is the Lord of Lakshmi, the one who is the Lord of Maya Shakti, the one who is the Lord of all the resources that are there. So nothing belongs to us. Okay, all the resources. Lakshmi may be there with us for some time. She may be there in a certain limited form. But the ultimate Lord of Lakshmi, the ultimate Lord of all resources, whatever may be the amount of, you know, acquisitions I might be having, but then ultimately, the very Lord of all these resources and acquisitions, which I think are mine, the Lord of them is nothing but this Ishvara, Vishnu, Ishvara in the form of Vishnu. Okay, so, and of course, there is another meaning given also in the Upanishad. Like, let us, not worry about it. Remember it as the one who wields the power of Maya, the one who has the power of Lakshmi or the Vaishnavi Shakti or the resources to sustain this universe. Then there is one more, the next name, next Nama 73 is Madhusudanaha. Madhusudanaha. Madhusudana means the very destroyer of an asura called as Madhu. Madhu Kaitaba were these, these twins, Rakshasas, Asuras. They were born, it seems, out of the ear of Lord Vishnu. That's what the Puranas say. And they are supposed to have stolen the Vedas, Madhu and Kaitaba. And what are Vedas? The very user manual of this entire universe. It is the Vedas which, give the jivas as to how life should be dealt with, how it should be lived. They're literally like the manuals which are necessary for the day-to-day life. For dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all purusharthas, how a jiva is supposed to deal with them is given in the Vedas. Those are our primary scriptures. They are the ones without whom this Jagat cannot function. And it is said that these two asuras stole the Vedas, and Lord Vishnu had to fight a battle with these people, with these asuras, and defeat them. This is the Puranic story. That is Madhusudana means the destroyer of this demon called as Madhu. And you know what actually it means? Madhu means our ahankara. Madhu, because it is something, which is very, 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 very loving to me. My ahankara is the most loving, isn't it? I'm the best. I have done the best. I should not be troubled in any way. This is mine. I am this. Ahankara is an asura in us, which makes us many times transgress dharma also. And therefore, ahankara, because of the great attachment that we have for ourselves, that ahankara, ahankara is given the name called as Madhu. Madhu also means ahankara. If you look at it from the Lakshartha, and Ishvara is the one who actually dilutes my ahankara. What is the meaning of dilution of ahankara? Destruction of ahankara does not mean that ahankara can be destroyed by anybody. It has to be diluted by me. How? When the chitta shuddhi takes place, When the kartritva buddhi in me dilutes, when the bhoktritva buddhi in me gets diluted, when ragadveshas get diluted, when all these, arishadvargas in me get diluted, when the values I start inculcating, amanitva, the values I start inculcating in myself, then the ahankara becomes, it is literally the ahankara is diluted slowly and destroys. It's only a bhakta, only a karma yogi and upasaka is the one who, because he sees that everything is Ishvara, he recognizes Ishvara in his life. He brings Ishvara more and more into his life. This ahankara gets diluted. It becomes less and less and less strong. It becomes weaker and weaker. And ultimately, when the ahankara gets weaker, that is the time when this intellect is prepared for this aham brahmasmi knowledge. As long as I have a strong ahankara, I cannot see myself as that nitya shuddha buddha mukta atma. I always see myself as the karta, bhokta, samsari with mamakara. Therefore, as the ahankara dilutes, as the aham mama dilutes, this mind, this intellect becomes more prepared for Atmajnanam. And what is said is, Lord Vishnu, with his grace, can dilute my ahankara. Therefore, Madhusudana is the name given for the one who destroys my ahankara. How? By revealing himself that, look, I'm the one who is the source of everything. I'm the one because of whom you are able to carry on this. I'm the one because of whose grace, whatever is there with you is yours for the time being. So, by revealing his true nature, by revealing his nature by this knowledge, and by diluting my ragadveshas and my other negative attitudes that I have, and by inculcating the positive values in me, Ishvara reveals himself and dilutes my ahankara, and one day destroys my ahankara. I see myself as Ishvara. I am not an individual self separate from you. Oh God, I am you. Jiva Ishvara Aikyam I see, and I no longer am a separate individual ahankara. And that is the grace of Ishvara. That is the grace of Ishvara's knowledge or Brahmavidya. Therefore, Madhusudana is the destroyer of ahankara. Okay, then we have the next verse, coming to us. That is the ninth verse. We are coming next to the ninth verse now. Ninth verse it says, Ishvaro vikrami dhanvi medhavi vikramah kramah anuttamo duradharshah kritagnyah kritiratmavan. This is the ninth verse. Again, we have about 9 or 10 namas here, which again talk about Ishvara Swarupa, Ishvara Swarupa as Vachartha also, Ishvara Rupa as the Vachartha, Ishvara Swarupa as Atman as the Lakshartha. So, Ishvaraha here. We have seen this word earlier also. Ishanaha we saw. It's nothing but Ishvaraha. Here, Ishvara means omnipotent, Sarvashaktiman, the one who is Samartha. We saw that word earlier also. Samartha, the one who is Samartha, the one who is capable, the one who has the Samarthyam of creating this entire universe, sustaining this universe, and resolving this universe also. And therefore, it is said here is omnipotent means Sarva Shaktimatatvat. Sarva Shaktimatvat. Sarva Shaktimatvat means what? Because there is Sarva Shakti. We have already seen in Bhagavan the description or the definition of Bhagavan, that is Samagra Viryam, the capacity, the total capacity to manifest as everything. So Sarva Shakti Matvat, he is also called as the omnipotent. Next, 75th, we have come to the 75th name. So, Vikrami. Vikrami. We have the same name coming again last. Again, sometime during the last few of the names, again we'll get this Vikrami. It will repeat again. So, Vikrami means what? The one who has all the Shaurya and Bala in him. Naturally, no. When you are omnipotent, that means what? When you have the samarthyam to do everything, to manifest as everything, I should have that power also, the Shakti also for that. So when I am omnipotent, omnipotent means what? Sarva Shakti Matva. When I have Sarva Shakti, then I should have the Viryam also. I should have the Balam also. So just having the samarthyam is not sufficient. I have the samarthyam to do anything, but what to do? I don't have the strength to do it. I don't have the capacity to do it. That is not sufficient. So if Ishvara is omnipotent, if he has the Sarva Shakti and the Samarthyam for whatever is here, it is the Shakti or Samarthyam of Ishvara. For that, there should be, Lord should be Vikrami. Vikrami means what? Full of courage. Courage comes from what? Knowledge. When you have the knowledge, you have the courage, isn't it? Because of the knowledge, balam, okay, samagra balam, samagra viryam, samagra yashas. That is what makes Ishvara omnipotent. And here Vikrami means one of them. That shaurya, or that, what you call, like, valiant. That's why he said, Krishna said, in all the kshatriyas, I am Arjuna. Did he not say that in the 10th chapter in Vibhuti Yoga? What did Lord Krishna said? Kshatriyanam aham Arjuna asmi. Because Arjuna is considered to be the most valiant and the most courageous of all the Kshatriyas. He has that particular name given to him. There may be all others also who are, having the capacity on the Viryam, on the Shauryam, the what is called as the valiant streak in them. But here, just like Arjuna is considered to be the most valiant, and Krishna says that Shauryam and that that the Balam and the Shauryam in Arjuna is nothing but me. So he says, I am Arjuna. Among all the Kshatriyas, among all the Veera Purushas, I am Arjuna. So here Shauryam, because he's associated with that Shauryam. What is Shauryam? The courage, the most valiant, the most courageous. It is necessary. When you are omnipotent, when you have to manifest yourself as the entire universe, all the courage and all the, whatever, valor that you, need is Ishvara's valor. If I have some valor in me, it is not mine. It is Ishvara's valor. I'm just a partaker of Ishvara's valor. That's why it is said that all the other devatas, like Indra Devata with his Vajra, Vayu Devata with the strength of the capacity to flow everywhere and to uproot very great trees, also hundreds of year old great trees. The shauryam, or the capacity or the valor of the Agni to burn everything, the valor of Yamadharmaraya to take away, the lives of, jivas, when it, all this valor comes from Ishvara. All these devas, the functionaries, the capacity of the sun to shine from crores of miles away from us and give us the heat and light. Where is this valor coming from? It is Ishvara's. Aham Aditya Gata Tejaha, Lord Krishna said in the 15th chapter. Therefore, this Shauryam of Ishvara is the Shauryam that is manifest in all the functionaries in the Samashti Prapancha, and whatever little small amount of Shauryam that each of us have in ourselves. And also, we have seen that Shauryam in Lord Vishnu in all his avatars, whether it's Rama Avatara, Krishna Avatara, Parashurama Avatara, whatever it is, we have seen that valor, because it is Lord who has chosen to come in that form. All the valor is also there. It's the valiant Rama, valiant Krishna. So that is valor. Then, next 76th Nama, Dhanvi. Dhanvi means what? The one who can wield a bow, the one who is an expert in wielding the bow and arrow. Dhanvi. So he is also Shastra Bhritam Ramaha Amasmi, Krishna said in the 10th chapter, isn't it? Those who are carrying the weapons, I am Rama. Kodanda, he's carrying. That dhanus which Rama is carrying is called Kodanda. That's why Rama is called Kodanda Rama. Dhanvi, the one who is capable of wielding the bow with expertise. Therefore, behind every Dhanvi, behind every archer, the skill of every archer is nothing but the skill of Lord Vishnu as Ishvara. Dhanvi means the one who has a dhanus, the one who is capable of using and wielding the dhanus to the best of his ability, to the highest. So therefore he is called as Dhanvi. The next 77th nama is Medhavi. Medhavi means what? The one who can retain whatever is heard, recollect appropriately at the appropriate time. This is called as Medha Shakti. Medha means what? The capacity not simply to remember, to digest, to understand something, to store it in my memory, and recollect it appropriately at the right time when the right time comes. So, the one who has this, because Lord is Samagra Jnanam, isn't it? Bhagwan, Ishvara, Vishnu cannot forget anything. Ishvara or Lord Vishnu is the repository of all knowledge, Samagra Jnanam. And it is that Samagra Jnanam only, and the capacity to retain, the capacity to absorb, the capacity to recollect at the appropriate time, the capacity to connect it with other things, the capacity to give references and understand it with reference to other things. All this is called as Medha Shakti. The one who has Medha Shakti is called as Medhavi. So, in 7th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, I am the very buddhi, I am the very intelligence in the intelligent person. I am that very intelligence in the intelligent person. Then the next name says Vikramaha. We already saw Vikrami. Vikrami means the one who is valiant, the one who is omnipotent, valiant. And here, Vikramaha means with his valor, the one who measured the entire universe as Vamana Avatara. The one is called as Vikramaha, Trivikramaha. Vikrama is called because the one who was able to literally measure the entire universe with his small steps. Therefore, he is called as Vikramaha. And I think the time is getting, yeah. So we'll end with this and we can use, I think we have another 2 or 3 words in it. It's going to be like this. Till the end, it's going to be like this because each word of each shloka we'll be explaining from the point of view of the Vachartha and the Lakshartha, which we will take up in the next session again. ॐ नन्दन्तु साधका सर्वे विनश्यन्तु विदूषकाः अवस्थाशाम्भवी मेस्तु प्रसन्नोऽस्तु गुरुः सदा सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ तत्सत्